Well, greetings again. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt, and we're still on impacted teeth. In fact, we're going to show several more. And if you do very much orthodontics, you're going to have a lot of impactions. We never found one we couldn't get out with this system we have shown you how to do. Just bond on the very tip or close to it as you can when you find the tooth down the impacted hole, and you pull from there, and the tail end of the tooth will just fall out like that. So let's get going and take, and I'm going to run through these as fast as I can. There's just a lot of them, and so I'm going to start out here with this young lady. And she has, this is a picture way on down the line after we've been treating her for quite a while. But it's not this picture. This picture, she's got one central. There's another one up here. And we used a unique way we move this tooth back. We had made room and pulled the tooth down there. And the tooth that we were taking out of the way, we ground away, or we opened the space first, and then we put an artificial tooth, and then we ground it away as the tooth moved in, so you didn't notice the tooth being gone so bad. That's a neat little trick. You might want to do that someday. And this is a class 1 relationship right there. Now look at the midline of the palate up here. It goes up here and turns and goes through right there. Now when we straighten out this palate, midline straightens out, and that's interesting to see too. So we've got a big tooth coming in this area right there. All right, we put a braces on, and we put a spray in here. We put close call spray, pushing apart on these teeth, and just gradually move that. But it's going to take you a while to do that because we got to back things up. It seemed like she had a bad molar tooth back there. We took it out. Yeah, she had a tooth that was just really decayed here, so we took the tooth out. And we will slide all 4 of these teeth. You do it in one group. Don't go pushing one and then the other and the next one. It's far better to just take the whole group and go, and you just put force on it, and it moves these teeth back in that position. So we have to keep this tooth there while we're doing that. So with the arch wire, we kept it and kept pushing it back also. All right, on the bottom, we've got some crowding in here. If we turn this around and face these teeth out like this, in other words, we're going to lean them forward. That's the way they're supposed to be anyway. And line them up with these cuspids across, and we'll have to straighten that out. So we'll have to bring this out of ways to get some room for the teeth to come in. So you have to look what's going on with the front teeth too. You can't go and bang them into them. So if we come in here and start straightening this out, we're going to have a kind of a class 3 case. See, so we don't want to do that. So we're going to have to kind of back up the teeth to go down like in that fashion. So here we are, 88, and we still hadn't banded the lower teeth yet, or put the brackets on these teeth and put the bands around the 6-year molars. We're going that way. We used a rather broad bracket, but just a single wave type bracket in the upper teeth. in the centrals up there, they're just kind of a broad bracket without having to cut in the center. All right, she had this, let's go back here now. See this tooth, we opened it up and put a false tooth in there. That tooth is made out of plastic. And so now we're starting to cut this tooth and coming down, we're putting it down, and we'll grind this tooth off. And it comes in. It looked good if we kept it just left over up there, but then it'll create a real problem down the road. So here we've got a hook coming in, we're using a spring put back here, coming under, and we put a certain compression or force on that, and this constant force pulls that tooth down. As it gets closer and closer to that tooth, we'll grind it off more, and that spring's tied all the way to the back, and it's bringing the tooth down. And that's the artificial tooth right there. All right, at the bottom we've got space enough now, and the teeth are lined up, and we got them laid out, leaning forward like they should. Now this tooth is coming down gradually, and we were pulling it with dental floss tied to a spring that's pulling it in the mouth. And we kept pulling it down until we run into this tooth down here with this. Then we'll take it and hook it up above there. There's not so far down there now. You see up there that this was further along. So we shortened this little wire that we got this. That's a 014 thousandths. And you can twist it and bend the hook in it, and it'll take 5 pounds to straighten that out or more. You don't use near that much. You maybe a half a pound or something like that of force, gradually push it over it and pull that in place. Well, we get the tooth down in the arch and get that one as far as possible, and then we take the false tooth off and continue opening the gap to bring that one through. We get down, and it's nothing but the bracket holding it on, but you don't notice the gap there. Now we bring it in there, we're going to turn it around and line it up, and now we're going to twist the tooth in this fashion. And now, if you're pulling this around, you can hook an elastic on here this way we do it now. Wrap it around, put some acrylic, keep them solid off, and come up over here and hook the bracket, and it'll rotate that tooth in a matter of a month or two. So we brought it around, and we could be doing some of that before you change and take the tip of the other tooth out, you see. Now we've got it out, we put the permanent tooth in there and rotate it, and it's going to be, the root of it's exposed up here, so we have to take that away so you make it match, make the gum tissue match. It'll look better. So we finally got the tooth in line, and this lady grew up. If I'm not mistaken, she became a policeman and worked for the city. All right, we're just about finished. Got a good profile. Now we pull it around and get it lined up. and we finish it up here like that. Now that took a while to do, and they slacked up on their payments, but I never did tell them I wasn't going to finish it anyway. And she finally, the lady paid the final payments on it, and we were able to finish her out. And I'm going to show you what she looked like. Now here's the x-rays of it. This tooth, in where it was, it showed up twice on the Panorex. When you shot it shot from both sides. Now we had to take this tooth out, and this teeth we moved up part way, but most of it we moved the lateral, the cuspid, and the two bicuspids back in this space and put them back where they should be, and that way we had room enough to bring this tooth down. It's a long drawn out case. Now in here that looks like it should have an endless root, but it doesn't. We brought that tooth back in that space. Now you can see the root right up there. We will turn it and we're pulling it down in that fashion. And now it's in place, and the wisdom teeth down here we took out, put up here, we moved these in and filled up the teeth. Now this would be restorative dentistry using the natural teeth. See, we took a bad tooth out, we opened a gap and brought this tooth down, and it had to have a root canal done on it, and it was already, the color in the tooth was bad, so we went up and did the root canal and filled it with white material so you didn't see the difference in the color of the tooth if you get in there before the tooth gets discolored. Then we had to slide around to get the midline on, and now we've got that. So we take this out, we take these 4 teeth here, move them back, and put that central down in here. So it's rather a remarkable case. That was something that takes a long time to do. And so you have to start out in 1988, and there it is in 92. So that's about 4 years that we worked on this lady, but we got that tooth back in place, and it looks perfectly normal, but you had to have root canal done on it. Now watch it, and you'll see this center line lined up. There we go. The more we got it straightened out, this line in the center lines up pretty straight. The teeth down there lined out. And now we're finishing with her. And I followed this young lady for several more years, and I have some pictures of her. She's a nicer looking young lady here. And as she got older, she looks, this is her picture. She was working for the police force. But she's got a normal face, but it's kind of broadened out a lot. She put on some weight, but she's still got beautiful teeth here at this patch. And there's the profile that's still lined up good. And so here she is, way on down the line, and we finished her out like that. And that's what she looks like. We started, that's the end of it. So thank you for watching, and we'll close this out, and I'll get over here and stop it.